here. This update, the Coming Home update, focuses on 4 major projects that I've been in development for the past few months. The RR engine goes through a lot of these long stretches every once in a while for big overhauls, but regular updates will commence after this. The 4 things now here are maps, a new lighting system, an overhauled title screen, and the first Chuck E. Cheese location, Winchester. First, let's go over the title screen. All of the previous menus are still here, though now with the addition of seeing patch notes. I went for a completely different look to better match the tone of reel-to-reel compared to its previous counterparts. The old design was heavily based on the Team Fortress 2 UI, one of my favorite games of all time. This new design is based off of Halo Reach, one of my other all-time favorite games. It's great to experiment with things from games that you love to better your understanding of design. The title screen also randomly swaps between 3 different views. The stage is actually a fully baked 3D model, since I wanted to make the new system compatible for VR mode finally, though sadly I was running out of time to fully implement the VR version of this update, so it will still be running on 1.62 for now. Hitting Load Map now takes you to the Map menu. This update now separates the stages into different maps. This is to allow better mod support for custom maps, alongside being able to recreate full stores for the game. Currently the stages still are just inside a blank room, but Winchester and Kuser's maps are now playable. Over time, each stage will get a proper store to match, and hopefully multiple to choose from. Over time, I'm going to also consolidate the game's assets into an easier layout to encourage community-made stores. People are very passionate about their locals, so I want to give them the assets to make them. Back to the menu, you can filter based on the show and its stage type, but now you can also choose your spawn point and the time of day. This should make it fast to swap maps and get right to the stage console. Loading into a map, let's discuss the render pipeline overhaul. The previous engine used baked lighting and fake bounce lighting to achieve its look. This required a lot of extra work and time wasted, as any minute change to the map needed 20 minutes to rebake lighting. It also used up a lot of RAM for light maps, alongside some spots leaking light into others. The new system is an SSGI real-time solution called H-Trace. Indirect lighting is calculated in screen space and can accumulate infinite bounces over time. This allows real-time elements like video screens and spotlights to now produce real bounce lighting. It being SSGI means you also don't need to have a ray tracing card just to run the game, though now there is complete ray tracing support for those wanting to upgrade the look further. This system might be slightly more expensive to run than previously, so there is an option to disable H-Trace in the menu. The game will not be designed around this option visually, but most stages still look perfectly fine in this mode. Maps may look totally wrong without it, however. Next, let's talk about Pasquale. His cosmetic...
Oh, goodness me! I just barely ran in from the kitchen in time to start our show. Oh, I tell you, it's tough holding down 2 jobs at once around here. Some days won't end ever, and some days pass on by. I'll be working here forever, at least until I die. It's tough if you do, and tough if you don't. I'm supposed to get a raise next week, you know I probably won't. Working for a living. Working for a living.
Meaning the entire main cast on the 3 stage is finished. There is also a secret inclusion to this update that I didn't discuss anywhere else. From here on out, we're going to be discussing brand new stuff. This inclusion is the plastic mask version of 3-stage Chuck. So now people...
Countdown, don't have long to go. Christmas countdown, time is moving slow. Christmas countdown happens every year. I count the days till you'll be here.
I also made a cosmeticless version of the plastic costume, so now you can see what the shells look like underneath. There's actually only one picture of Plastic Chuck without the fur, so it's pretty special to have a moving one now. Next, let's talk about Kuser. The map is not done in any sort of way, but a block out of the interior measurements is mostly done. This way you can at least walk around the map and see how it was arranged back on opening day. The showroom has a bit more detail since it was already previously worked on. There's a lot of great insight to be made now that the plans have been found. The programming room is right here, where a window will be located to peer out. From programmer Mike Hatcher's perspective, this is how he would have seen the bots when programming. Nothing is outside his view, though that also means that there's some pretty boring seats on the other side of the room. Directly behind the programming room is the dolly room, meaning he had to program her facing the audience. It's also how this photo was taken showing the inner mech. One other neat thing is that Kuser actually changed its showroom floor after opening, going from the previous white grocery store tiles to something closer to standard early Pizza Time Theater flooring. Having swappable maps means later I can implement Coaster maps from different periods in time. Hopefully in a later version I'll be able to include Cheesy Street, which actually had its blueprints found when we found the blueprints for Coaster. Going outside, I can show off the new time of day system. This is something enabled by the new rendering system. You can choose day, night, sunrise, sunset, and overcast for any map with an exterior. Lastly, let's get on to Winchester, the reason this is called the Coming Home Update. Previously, Winchester has only had a few images and a single video of it. Otherwise, people have not really been able to experience the location outside of that. That has now changed with the discovery of Winchester's original plans, allowing complete and utter accuracy. Let's show this off now. Here it is. Winchester brought back fully explorable exterior and interior. First thing to note is that not everything is here. The building is complete, but some interior and exterior stuff were not able to make it in time. I was originally going to spin this, but I decided something better.
It's called the Pizza Time Theater. It's a Chuck-E-Cheese place of somewhere that you can human rat
When you're in for a real good time. Chuck-E-Cheese, Chuck-E-Cheese. Chuck is out to dish out the fun when you dine. He always feasts.
He doesn't stop when he brings on the food. He's a pizza lover and it's the game playing is to do it around.
Chuck-E-Cheese is Chuck-E-Cheese, Pizza Time Theater. Chuck-E-Cheese is Chuck-E.
Flag wavers and some spotlights are included in this update. It's been fun working on this map for the past month. There's a lot of details I spent hours double, triple checking to make sure they were right, alongside reviewing every image and detail out there. But I think it's best you go and explore that all by yourself. This map is not finished though, and I will continue to add to it within the next coming updates. I hope you enjoy the Coming Home Update. As we close out, I want to announce that I'll be starting a personal Patreon for all my projects today. If you would like to get early beta testing builds and see exclusive works in progress as they happen, feel free to come support me. I work on a lot of side projects. 3D models I also do on the side are up for download as well. Higher tier patrons can also vote on which features they'd like to see me work on. Supporting me can let me continue to work on these free open source projects as full-time, so be sure to check out my Patreon in the description below. I'll see you in the next devlog and enjoy the long-awaited update.
So on the show, when the moon hits your eye like a bigger pizza pie, it's a Pasquale. I'm a Pasquale. And last, and in my opinion,